Miniart 135th German troop carrier. Part 3, building and painting the cab. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Lots of new people joined us this week, so welcome to you all as well. Right, Miniart. I'd forgotten how involved a Miniart kit was, and just how small some of the pieces are. Now, if you watched the last episode, you'll remember that I'm doing it with the engine open as well. So that means that the back of the dashboard has to be fully constructed rather than just closed up with the bonnet. So yeah, it's been quite a frustrating couple of days, playing with tiny little bits. Yeah, it's been fun. More about that later. Right, so let's get on with the construction of the cab. It goes together quite nicely. It all fits really well. It's just lots of very, very small bits. You really start to question whether kit building is fun or just really frustrating. I mean, look at these. I don't know what they are, but they need to be shown. Okay, so after quite a bit of swearing and cursing, we end up with that, which is a really nice representation of a driver's cab. It all goes together quite square, which is good. Look at the details. Look at that little oil can there. We're going to have to pick that out in a different colour to make it stand out, I think. But yeah, really nicely detailed. And we move on to the rear wall of the cab. Thankfully, it's only 3 bits on this one. Part of the problem I've had is working out how small to leave the sub-assemblies to paint. There's been a lot of thinking this week of how to do stuff, which bits to put on, which bits to leave off, and then until after it's been painted. So a lot of thought has gone into building this kit, which I like. It's more of a challenge, apart from the bits escaping from me. So they're the sub-assemblies that I've ended up with. Roof, 2 doors, back wall, and then the main body of the cab. So let's get some primer down. VMS Black Surface Primer. That's my go-to primer at the moment. Sprays on really nice. You can hose it on and it all self-levels and dries to a nice matte finish. It's really worth getting. It is really good stuff. So good coat, applied to everything. There are the seats there as well. Now, if you've got this far in the video, and you're enjoying what you're seeing, do us a favour, just click that button and drop us a like. It'll only take you a second to do. You're not going to miss anything, and it would mean so much to me, just to gauge how much you're enjoying it and whether you want me to carry on with these videos. It really does help a small channel like me, just to get to see it spread around the algorithm and get my videos shown to more people, and help this channel grow. There you go, that's over. Right, so the primer's going down really nicely, and then we'll come on and do some proper painting in a minute. Okay, time for some paint now. AK 3rd Gen Dunkelgrau is the base colour for German grey. Nice, good coating. And yeah, just cover everything in grey. Goes down really nicely, this paint. I do really like it. Okay, once that's dry, we can move on to the chipping. I'm using some packing sponge here. Just pull a small bit off, and then roughen up the surface. Is that the right word? Pull out some random bits, just so you don't have any straight edges. Then I've got these pliers that you can grip with, so you can lock them closed, so you don't have to worry about it. And this is Vallejo light grey, sky grey rather. Just a small bit on the sponge, dab it off onto paper towel, and then once you get most of the paint off, you can start the chipping process. Just going around edges, and trying to get as smaller chips as possible, just to really give a nice effect. This is just the preliminary chipping, so this simulates the paint being worn off and scuffed, and then we'll do the proper chips afterwards. I then went round with a fine paintbrush and filled in the larger of the light chips with German Army Camo Black Brown, which is my standard chipping procedure. And there we go. There's some really nice chips there. Lots of small scratches and scuffs. I haven't gone overboard this time, for once. Yeah. Okay, onto the pin washes, I guess. Mine aren't really typical pin washes because I tend to use quite a thick paint. This is AK Streaking Grime for Panzer Grey. And it's, yeah. So mine doesn't tend to chase around the details by capillary action. It's much thicker paint. And I just think it gives a nicer effect because it tends to act as almost like a filter for the whole panel once you blend it in. So I'm just putting it round all the details. Most of this is going to be covered up by the back of the seat, but I still like to do the whole process just in case I miss a bit. Okay, so once you've been all the way around, and you go onto the clean your brush, and then straight into blending it. Just with a slightly damp brush with odorless thinners, and just work into the edges, and really disperse the paint, but leaving a line of paint just in within the details. And as I said before, it gives almost like a maroon coloured filter across the whole thing. It just gives a bit of variation and breaks up the surface. I like this paint so much that just after I stopped recording, I knocked the jar over, so I've got a permanent reminder of it all over my bench, which is nice. Okay, so there you go. That's the inside of the cab finished. Decals are in, which look really nice. I need to work on my leather game because I don't think the seats look brilliant. And then that's it all put together. I was lucky in all the glass goes in from the outside, so I can just tape up the windows and then add them later. I don't need to mask the clear plastic, which is nice. The bonnet and the doors are just stuck in with tape, but I need it together to get the camo right. Okay, so that's it with its initial grey surface. So that's Dunkelgrau and then lightened with pale blue grey. And now we can move on to the camo. And at this point, I'd like to thank all the people that voted, because this is possibly the hardest camo I've ever painted. And you'll see how frustrating it gets. I'm using a really thin, diluted mix of AK 3rd Gen Dunkelgrau, and I'm really really struggling to get the pressure right and the distance away from the model right, and I just end up with lots of spiders where the paint floods the model. So it was a really frustrating time, and you can see what's happening there. Nothing comes, and then all of a sudden it comes. Halfway through I decided to give my airbrush a good clean. There you go, look at that one. And yeah, it took me a while to get it dialed in. I did eventually, and I probably should have practiced on a bit that couldn't be seen, such as underneath the cab, but I persevered. But you can all laugh at me. So there you go, after a lot of swearing and pulling my hair out, we ended up with this. It's not brilliant, but it's probably quite authentic if this was sprayed in the field. So there we go. That'll do for this week. Thanks for watching. It really, as I said before, it really means an awful lot to me that you managed to give up 20 minutes of your time to spend with me. Thanks for watching, and next time we'll move on to the rear compartment. So I'll see you then. Bye.